As the Steelers start their free agency hot, they bring in a superstar cornerback to our defense and totally change the game as the Pittsburgh Steelers look to become a contender in the 2025-2026 season. My name is Peyton Kleppe, and on today's episode of Steelers Digest, we're going to talk about the one-year cornerback signing of Darius Slay. Darius Slay became a free agent early this offseason as he was released from the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to get right into these reports, but real quick, before you do anything, click that subscribe button down below. It's only to help us get you guys the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. We're dropping a video every single day regarding Pittsburgh Steelers free agency news, draft news, and regular season news. Anything regarding Pittsburgh Steelers, we're going to make a video every single day. Let's get right into the news. We get a new veteran cornerback that's only going to help our defense as we head into next season. Let's get right into it. So the Steelers have unofficially, well, kind of officially, signed Darius Slay to our roster. You know, after losing some key pieces in free agency today, including Justin Fields to the New York Jets, Najee Harris goes to the Los Angeles Chargers with Donte Jackson, who also signs a 2-year deal with the Chargers. As the Steelers were looking for a corner to fill his spot, they picked up Darius Slay. You know, all these deals in free agency are technically unofficial until, I believe, later on in the week, once free agency officially starts. Everybody's going to get these deals done. But, you know, the next guy we need in Pittsburgh is Aaron Rodgers. But Darius Slay, you know, this guy is a Pro Bowl cornerback. And he also played for our defensive coordinator, Terrell Austin, when Terrell Austin was coaching in Detroit. You know, so this is a guy that our defensive coordinator already knows who he is. He's going to fit right into our defense and hopefully, you know, step up like Donte Jackson did last year. Donte Jackson was actually a real key piece in our success in the beginning of the year. You know, he had 5 or 6 picks last year, and you know that's a feat that nobody on the Steelers defense has had since, you know, Joe Hayden back in 2019, 2020. So it's been a while, and you know, but Joe Hayden, same deal with him. We signed him when he was a veteran, and like this quote says as well, you know, we got Patrick Peterson in 2023 for that 1 year where, you know, he really didn't play too well. He was at the twilight end of his career. You know, he should retire if he's not retired already. But, you know, he still played all right, and he taught our young guys well. So hopefully Darius Slay can do the same with, you know, Joey Porter Jr. as well as Corey Trice, Ryan Watts, and the rest of our cornerback room. The Steelers will probably address the cornerback position probably at least 1 or 2 more times, whether that is in free agency or in the draft. I do see the Pittsburgh Steelers picking up another cornerback, whether it is, like I said, a rookie free agent or, you know, like we still have Beanie Bishop. So, you know, that slot corner position's probably taken, but, you know, we're looking for another outside corner that's going to take Darius Slay's spot. Because this deal is probably just a 1-year rental, this guy's just going to come in, help our young guys out, play some lockdown corner, and, you know, just pack his bags because this guy is 34 years old, so I do not want him past this year. You know, 34 years old at cornerback is real rough, and if you're starting cornerbacks 34 years old, I mean, I don't know. He's got to be one of the greatest, but Darius Slay is one of the greatest of this era. You know, he had a hell of a career in Detroit as well as in Philly. This guy was a lockdown corner for both teams, and you know, he just came off a Super Bowl win in Philly, so this guy's probably just looking to get some good opportunities to play some more good football. Obviously, Philly wanted to go in a different direction, and they retained Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, both their first and second round draft picks from last year. So, you know, it is possible to get a starting caliber corner in the first couple rounds. And now the Steelers have a first round and a third round. They could look to address the cornerback in either of those rounds. Although I still see them picking defensive tackle in the first round now that we addressed the wide receiver position. Well, it could be a defensive tackle or a quarterback because we still have not signed a quarterback. We are linked to Aaron Rodgers. If you guys have not watched my last video on Aaron Rodgers connected to the Pittsburgh Steelers, watch that video right now. It's in my channel. But, Darius Slay, this guy's a key addition to our defense. But, we're going to have to lock up some other guys on defense this offseason. TJ Watt needs a new contract. He's going to the final year of his contract. So we're going to have to pay him. And, some other guys are going to be coming up in the next couple of years. Minka, his contract's going to be up in the next couple of years, whether or not we want to keep him for the long run. He did not have a great season last year statistically. But, bringing in a veteran guy like Darius Slay could help Minka out and take that pain off of him because, maybe the reason for Minka struggling is because of all the youth we have on defense. Last year we didn't have a veteran corner really in a locker room. Donte Jackson is still a younger corner, so what we have had success when we do have an older cornerback in our room. Speaking of, like I said, Patrick Peterson, Joe Hayden, few years ago, and now Darius Slay. We bring him in, and he's probably going to be our number one starter at one of the outside corners day one if he stays healthy, which I hope he will. But, hopefully the Steelers address this position in the draft. There's a lot of great corners in this draft, but there's also a lot of other Steelers needs that they need to address. Like I said, the quarterback, the defensive tackle, the offensive line. Shout out to Dan Moore getting his bag, signing in Tennessee, even though he is no good, and they're gonna regret that signing probably. We still got Fontenot and we got Broderick Jones. So, as the Steelers look to get better on defense, Darius Slay is really just gonna help us play that man-to-man defense and hopefully just shut down some of these wide receivers that we got in the AFC North. The AFC North is only getting better, especially with Kenny Pickett headed to the Browns, former Steeler, Super Bowl champion, headed to the Browns. We may have to face him next year, so Darius Slay might have to pick off a few of Kenny Pickett's balls. We will have to see next year. But as free agency has started, I've been really excited, and I expect the Steelers to really make some changes going into next season. They did say at the end of next season, Coach Tomlin did say there's going to be some big changes around here, and there have been some big changes. Bringing in a veteran corner like Darius Slay, bringing in an elite wide receiver like DK Metcalf with a trade, huge move. Now, what will the Steelers do at the quarterback position? They are in contract talks with Aaron Rodgers as well as Russell Wilson. Where will they go? I hopefully expect and hope that it will be Aaron Rodgers, a Super Bowl champion and a superstar quarterback. He is still a superstar quarterback. He does have that off the field, personality, and he still plays pretty good even for the New York Jets. So I would prefer him get some new fresh meat in the Pittsburgh Steelers locker room and get a new quarterback under center because we saw what Russ could do. We saw his potential. We saw his ceiling, and I don't want that experiment anymore. Bring in Rodgers, bring in a young quarterback, and let's win that 7th Lombardi. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much. If you guys have not clicked that subscribe button already, do it right now. Thank you so much. Go Steelers. Peace out.